and shoot 'em up destiny.
Oh, Mr. Judd, you're here.
Good job. I like to see folk take pride in their work, even if some might call that work menial. Not me, though.
We consider passengers as equals.
Aye.
Not good. Safe on the ground.
Let's all take a second here.
They'll figure this out.
Who's the engineer here?
Who's the genius?
Who's the captain?
It kind of stopped, actually, because I was committed to doing the next series of of Avenue 5, which is the HBO show that I'm doing. So because of that, I couldn't really take on other projects. And then, of course, everything stopped as well. So for a while, there weren't even any scripts to read or anything. It really was just like, well, we've just got to wait now until we can get back into the studio and film. And then actually there was a marvelous moment when I do quite a lot of voiceovers. And one of my regular voiceover gigs, the producers got back in touch and said, look, we're going to bike over a load of sound equipment. Would you mind seeing if we can do some recordings from home? So where I'm sitting now, which is a tiny little spare room in our house, has been turned into a kind of audio-visual suite. And actually now I've been working a lot and doing lots of radio dramas, lots of documentary voiceovers, adverts, all sorts of. So that's been really good. I have been able to carry on working, but filming hasn't restarted for me yet. We've got a kind of rough schedule, and hopefully it won't be too long now, but I haven't yet ventured out into a studio.
On our new trajectory,
You don't want to hear this?
the soonest we could even attempt a rescue from Earth, 8 years.
Get the door done!
You can't! Leave it!
The door's closed.
Yeah, I like to have it like that when we go to space.
No! Can you unclose it?
No, it's on the auto lock. That's short for automatic lock.
I'm trapped!
I need you to do something really bad so that everybody looks at you and not at me, okay?
The first one I did, I literally did have a duvet over my head. It is so hot. It's so uncomfortable. And also, you know, like the duvet is getting in your mouth when you're trying to speak. So I now have, I won't turn the camera around because the rest of the room is very messy, but I do have a rather brilliant setup involving a step ladder and a washing rack, and a huge duvet cover and loads of other kind of bits of like blankets and picnic rugs and things. So it looks it looks completely mad when you walk into the room, but it actually works really well. So I'm sitting effectively in this little propped up cave of fabric, and I've got a very good microphone which they sent to me from the agency. Yeah, and the sound apparently works really, really well.
I wanted to be a spaceman. That's what
What the hell's going on?
Should we be scared?
This is a safe space. Emotionally, physically, we're obviously in terrible danger.
I mean, theatres, I really worry about theatre. I haven't actually done theatre for a very long time. And now was the time I was starting to read projects and talk about getting back into it because my kids had just gone away to university. So this was the project for this year really, was let's see if we can find a theatre play that won't clash with the filming I'm doing. And I was actively looking for that. And now, of course, I don't know when theatre is going to happen. And it breaks my heart because so many of my friends work in theatre all the time. That's what they do. And they don't know when they're going to work again. And that's hideous. And also it's just part of our cultural fabric. It's so integral to London and Britain as a whole. So that, I really worry about that.
Everybody, stay calm.
Hey, you're not getting into some escape pod, are you?
Ma'am, if I had an escape pod, I would put you in it. Set the fucking thing on fire.